Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. My name is Man, and today I am your coach for the Texan Clearbodies in season number 1 of the Alola International. This is week number 7 of the Alola International, and for those of you wondering where week 1 through 6 are, we are not responsible for weeks 1 through 6. We are a replacement coach for the previous replacement, and we are taking over from weeks 7 through 11. So this is week 7, and we're here. Our current present standing record is 2 in 4 with a -6 differential. So there's one hell of a uphill battle going forward, but we will do our absolute best to do what we can to try to claw into playoffs, but I don't anticipate it happening. This is week 7's team builder, where the Texan Clearbodies will take on Hammer Timestone and his Holland Flareons in one hell of a Wi-Fi battle. This is the team builder, of course, and the battle itself will go up tomorrow. If you did not see the draft analysis for the league that went up earlier this week, be sure to check that out. The playlist for this league, as well as the battle itself, the draft analysis itself, the draft analysis should be linked down below. Also linked down below is my graphics designer. Shoutouts to him for making the layout that we will be using for these leagues, as well as this one and any future ones on a rushed notice. Shout out to you for that, and shout out to Miss Angelbaum, who's also linked down below, for recording my matches for me because I don't have a capture card. But I'm gonna stop rambling now. This is the team builder, and let's go ahead. If I can find my mouse, and let me find my mouse. Yeah, and let's go ahead and go into Pokemon Showdown, where we have our Week 7 team builder. So right about now, as always, the drafts for both teams should appear somewhere on the right side of the screen. Look out for those. Those are there for you guys to use as references as I go through the team. So yeah. The Z captains on each of our teams are Hydreigon on his team and Kieran Black on my team. If you did not see, I did not bring Kieran Black, so we don't need to worry about my Z captain. But Hydreigon is a very scary Z captain in the fact that he's so versatile. It can be run physical, it's not recommended, but it's very versatile. He's also got Skarmory, Mega Gyarados, Tapu Bulu, really scary things like that. So he's a very scary Pokemon. He's very scary, but hopefully we can work our way around it. These team builders, of course, will be set to level 50 because these are Wi-Fi team builders, so these will be built at level 50. So the first thing we decided to bring this week is my Mega Beedrill, Killer Bee, which, by the way, it is a Naruto reference for those of you who didn't know. Reference to the 8 Tails Jinchuriki, but yeah, I have a Naruto fandom type thing, so, you know. Lord Killer Bee here, level 15 male, of course, because Bee is male. We have Poison Jab for Tapu Bulu, U-Turn for Momentum, Knockoff for Utility, and then Acrobatics for things like Buzzwole. He has Mega Gyarados, which is U-Turn fodder, Knockoff is Utility, and Acrobatics for the Buzzwole. I knock off the Skarmory. I don't really do much else to it. I U-turn out of it. I don't face it. But yeah, so we have 148 HP, max attack, adamant nature, 4 defense, 4 special defense, and 100 speed. This 100 speed adamant nature allows me to hit 178, which allows me to outspeed his Heliolisk by 1 point. And Heliolisk is the fastest thing on his entire team, barring Choice Scarfers, so I outspeed his entire team that is not Choice Scarfed or Dragon Danced up. 148 HP because I had that left, and I figured I'll be a bit bulky, and I had the option to go 160 HP, I think it was, 154. I had an option to go 154 HP, but I don't want to do that because if I do, then I have 160 HP instead of 159, and that prevents me from being able to come in on Stealth Rocks 5 times, whereas this allows me to come in on Stealth Rocks 5 times. Max Attack Adamant Nature because I outspeed his team even if I'm Adamant, which is how I designed this. And also the Adamant Poison Jab and Acrobatics secure the kills where Jolly does not. Obviously Max Attack because I want to be, because I need to be, because I want to hit as hard as I possibly can. 4 in both of my defenses because I had those left over. And then 100 speed obviously allows me to outspeed his Healerlisk and everything that is not Choice Scarf or his +1. I don't outspeed his +1 Gyarados if he gets there. We are starting off with Sniper. We Mega Evolve into Adaptability, but we start with Sniper because that is the best of the abilities to start with. I'm not sure about the rules of whether we have to Mega Evolve on the first turn, but we might as well to get that massive push on our attack stat. So we will Mega Evolve on the first turn. Next thing we have is our designated lead. Wishy-Washy, level 50, especially defensive, levitating, Rotom Wash with leftovers. Level 50 again, generalist, shiny of course. Mega Beedrill is also shiny. We have Will-O-Wisp, we have Pain Split, we have Volt Switch, and we have Hydro Pump. We have Will-O-Wisp here to burn his Mega Gyarados, to burn his Buzzwole, to burn his Skarmory if that thing's becoming a threat, in stalling it, and then to burn anything else really that's a physically offensive threat. We have Pain Split for health recovery. We have leftovers for that as well. We have Levitate for a nice ground immunity. We have Hydro Pump because why not? It is Stab, we might as well. We didn't have a fourth move in mind really. And then Volt Switch is Momentum as well as super effective damage on Gyarados, super effective damage on the Skarmory. So it's Momentum as well as super effective damage. And this thing is especially defensive because of my next Pokemon, which I'll go over here in a minute. We have max HP, max special defense, Calm Nature with 4 special attack. The 4 special attack is just there to put a little extra oomph to the Volt Switch and the Hydro Pump. This mon is more so utility. Max HP of course because I want to be bulky, and then max special defense to be able to deal with his Hydreigon relatively well. I can probably like Volt Switch off on it and then burn it to deal with it in case it ends up being mixed for some reason or whatever have you. And then I can take a hit from his Gyarados even if I decide to be physically defensive. I can still take a hit even if I am specially defensive, so I can take a hit. So I decided to run especially defensive because the next Pokemon, our Heatran Heatobro, which by the way the name is homage to the HBL and Aaron, shout out to them. We have Heatobro, our Heatran, level 50 male, physically defensive this time around. And I'm looking back at the team after the game and all this, and I'm thinking the Air Balloon is actually a misprep, in my opinion, but it's also a prep in case he decides to deal with... It's there for me to take an Earthquake from Buzzwole and burn it, really. That's what that's for. Even then I can take an Earthquake if I needed to, but I really should have... You know what I should have run? I should have run the Water Reduction Berry instead. I'm not sure what that berry is called off the top of my head, but I should have run the Water Reduction Berry, but it's fine regardless. We have Stealth Rocks, 4 Stealth Rocks, because Gyarados, Skarmory, and Buzzwole don't appreciate rocks really well. Earth Power is just Stab. There's no significance behind Earth Power, I don't believe. If there is, point it out to me please, but I don't really see a significance to Earth Power. Lava Plume is Stab as well, and it's there to burn things. And then Will-O-Wisp, of course, was there for me to burn his Buzzwole. Or Earth Power was for the Buzzwole, that's what I was for. Will-O-Wisp is to burn the Buzzwole, burn the Gyarados, and then potentially as well burn other things. But yeah, this thing is also utility. Physically defensive, 244 HP, which is 197 instead of 198 HP. which it really doesn't matter for Heatran, but I decided to go 197. 244 defense, because the defensive number doesn't change between 244 and 252. It does not change, so I went with 244. And then 20 in special attack to give that Lava Plume an extra oomph push to it. But yeah, Lava Plume is also there for the Skarmory and a Buzzwole, so that's another thing. The next thing on our team here is not Scarfed, the Choice Scarfed Staraptor. Intimidate, of course. I could have run Reckless, and I'm probably thinking I should have run Reckless. But I ran Intimidate because he's got a Buzzwole, he's got a Skarmory, he's got a Mega Gyarados, and I want to intimidate those 3 Pokemon really a lot. We have 244 HP or 244 speed Jolly, which is enough for me to outspeed his Hydreigon, which hits 165 timid max speed. So I outspeed a Choice Scarfed Hydreigon by 1 point, but I cannot outspeed anything else on his team. I can outspeed his Gyarados, but I can't outspeed it after +1. We have 4 HP EVs because I need to be 161 instead of 160, which is allowing me to come in on rocks 5 times instead of 4. Max attack, 4 defense, 4 special defense, because I had those left over, and then 244 speed with the Jolly Nature, which allows me to outspeed his Hydreigon Timid Nature by 1 point. We have U-Turn for Momentum, as well as super effective damage on the Gyarados and Rio Nicholas. Brave Bird is just stab, it's the move to click, plus combat, Gyarados, dead, Buzzwole, dead. Frustration over return. Now, the reason why frustration over return is because these mobs will be gen, don't hate me, they will be gen, because I can't sit here and breed for every league match every single week. Especially with how busy I've been lately. So we have frustration because frustration will be maxed out. It will be maxed out because of the fact that these Pokemon were genned and traded. So it is better over return because it guarantees the most output of damage. And frustration is just an endgame click move, like endgame that I don't want to click Brave Bird for whatever reason. If I don't want to click Brave Bird because I might die, I click frustration to get the kills that I need to get. So yeah, that's our Staraptor. Next up is I Don't Die, the Poison Heal Gliscor with Toxic Harbor Pores, level 50 male, shiny. Everything on this team is basically shiny. Is Staraptor shiny? I don't remember if I made it shiny. Yeah, I did. Okay, so yeah, we have our shiny I Don't Die, the Gliscor. This thing is an offensive Pokemon. This is an offensive Gliscor. It's not a defensive Gliscor. It is somewhat defensive, not super defensive. We have Toxic Orb for Poison Heal, Earthquake for stab move, killing on Buzzwole, Acrobatics for Buzzwole. I don't remember what exactly Earthquake's for on his team, but you guys can see it on the side here, and I can't, so I don't remember it. Earthquake was for something. I don't remember what it was for. He brings something. You know what? I'll tell y'all in the battle what Earthquake's for. Because the battle is what I'm going to record next. But I'll tell y'all in the battle what Earthquake is for. Acrobatics for Buzzwole, Acrobatics for his Mega Gyarados, in case U-Turn doesn't get the kill, and Knockoff as well. Knockoff is for your Nicholas, Knockoff is for your item utility, and U-Turn is also there for Momentum. And Earthquake, I know will be reduced by Tapu Bulu's attack, or his Grassy Surge, but that's also why I have Acrobatics for his Tapu Bulu. We have 104 HP, which allows me to be uneven HP. We have 4 in my defense because I had that left over. Because I could have gone 108 HP, but that gives me 164 instead of 163. And me being a flying type, I want to be 163. Max attack, of course, because I want to hit as hard as I possibly can. 4 defense, like I said, and 148 Jolly speed allows me to outspeed his Gyarados by 1 point. Make him think he's faster than me, get a U-turn, get a massive damage on him, and go into my Rotom next to deal with it. So yeah, that's what that's for. Earthquake, I don't remember what it's for, but y'all can tell over here. And I'll tell y'all in the battle. When I see the team preview and the teams right after, I'll be able to tell you what it's for, so stick out for that. The last Pokemon on our team this week is Cray, our female leftovers Clefable, with Unaware because what if he has Calm Mind Reuniclus, or what if he has Dragon Dance Gyarados, which he probably will. So Unaware to deal with those. Wish, I think, is a misgen on my end, misprep on my part. I should have gone with Softboiled instead, but I went with Wish, so it is what it is. We'll go with Softboiled going forward. Moonblast for Gyarados, Moonblast for Stab, Moonblast for Reuniclus, Moonblast for Buzzwole, Calm Mind just to get the special attack boost, should be nice, and Hidden Power Fire is for Skarmory and Buzzwole as well. So that's that. This thing is our physical defensive wall, another of our physically defensive walls, because the majority... Oh, you know what Earthquake was for? I remember what Earthquake was for. Earthquake was for his Infernape. That's what that was for. Earthquake was for his Infernape on Life Score. So yeah. This thing is a physical defensive wall to be able to deal with his Infernape and other physically offensive Pokemon. I went with 2 physically defensive walls because the majority of his team is physically offensive, and then 1 specially defensive because we need coverage for both parts of both roles. But the majority of his team was physically defensive, so I went physically defensive, running 244 HP because 244 to 252 does not change. It goes to 202 at 252, but 244 stays at 201. I want to stay at 201. Max defense, bold nature, and then 12 special attack just to give the HP Fire and Moonblast a little extra oomph. So yeah, that is our team builder for the week 7 of Alola International against the Holland Flareons. And next thing you'll see is the battle itself. It will be separate, but the next thing you will see is the battle. I hope you guys enjoyed the team builder. The battle will be up tomorrow. Until then though, this is your boy. I am the coach of your Texan Clearbodies, and until the next video, I'm out of here, y'all. Bye.